Look at all of this gold. But there's even more. Oh my goodness, guys. We have so much gold. And, well, nether treasure is going to be fully stocked for a long time to come. My name is Wintertooth100, and welcome to another episode on the AfterLife server. Guys, before we get started, be sure to check out the description down below for all the links to the other members on the server. We have some really amazing content creators, and you should be sure to go check them out. Drop a subscription, and if you really enjoy any of the videos that I've been making lately, be sure to subscribe to me. Looking at the top of my head. In the last episode, we built this thing, and today I want to do the interior, work on the interior a bit, and hopefully that'll give you guys quite a bit more spoilers as to what is going to be going on with that building. But you may have also noticed that I am sitting at level 837 right now. I have been AFKing at the gold farm for the better part of the last 2 days straight. I've even been staying up to 2 a.m. my time when the server resets so I can quickly log back into the server and continue AFKing. Since I have so many levels, I figure why not reach for that infamous 1,000 levels like I did back in the Freshland SMP that one time with Pharaoh Bear. But I'm a little nervous. I still want to, do stuff in game and get some work done and all that fun stuff. And with all that comes the risk of dying before I reach 1,000. So Puffing Fish has posted a video recently. You should go check it out. He has created a AFK raid farm, and he's been rolling in the emeralds and totems of undying, and he has graciously gifted one to me. If I had to take a guess, I'd say he's gifted one to everyone, but I'm going to be holding onto this thing for dear life until we reach level 1,000. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. What should we do with the 1,000 levels? Should we spend them on something? Should we create gifts for everyone? Should we let someone unalive me? Let me know. Today's going to be a busy episode. In addition to, of course, building the interior to this, I also want to go find a fortress in the Nether and pretty much just mine it up, which is going to be really dangerous. We're going to end up crafting up a bunch of fire-resistant potions, but when 1.16 comes out and we have the new biomes, fortresses are likely to become a lot more difficult to locate. And so I'm just an early prepper. I want to make sure we have plenty of the nether bricks for our castle in the background, where we are using nether as our complementary color. And, well, I don't want it to become too difficult to get the materials to make it. So we're going to end up doing that for a long time today. And there's some other things on the server going on right now, and one of which is reportedly here at the arena. I'm guessing it's this thing because this does not look familiar to me. The Ticketmaster. I have no idea what this is, but I'm guessing there's a book and there's kits and there's some kind of event going on. I'm gonna read this real quick because reading things for the first time on camera can sometimes be a little boring or sometimes contain spoilers. So I'm just going to read it ahead of time first. All right, I've read through it, and this is basically just a combat competition here at the arena, but we're calling it AfterLife Duo Arenas, and you're not responsible for a death, regardless if you're a spectator or a gladiator, so simply being there watching could result in your death. But we have, as you sign up to participate, there's a grand prize, diamonds, we'll get a randomized teammate, so that'd be pretty cool. And we have the following kits for you to use during the whole arena, and you can't switch between rounds: Archer, Brute, Firefighter, and Footman. And of course, people who've signed up with what they are, hopefully that's not spoilers, but I'm assuming it's okay to actually pull these out and look at these before deciding what we want to settle on. So let's see what we got in here, and hopefully putting these down that doesn't change the names, I don't think. So Footman, it's classic iron. It's got the bow, a handful of arrows. Archer has a slightly stronger bow but a weaker sword. That makes sense. Projectile protection, that's nice. And a lot more arrows. Let's see. Firefighter, fire aspect with fire protection. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I like that. And of course, the brute is all with the axe. We will never be a brute. Axes are way too slow for combat. But between these three, which do we like the best? I don't know. I'm kind of feeling the fire, to be honest, because you got a lasting effect, but you do have to get close to them. I notice there's no punch on the bow, so we can potentially actually get close to people. This one does feel like the most rounded, though. I'm torn between a bowman and a firefighter. I think we want to be a firefighter. Let's look at the arena. Look at this. There's a lot of little nooks and crannies for players to actually get in and hide, which can make sniping a little difficult. So I think we're going to sign up and we're going to be a firefighter. All right, we'll just jot it down. Winter firefighter. Nice. And let's tackle this first. I have a whole bunch of fire resistance potions all prepared. We got extra rockets for flying around. We got extra food. And of course, we got our extra shulker boxes. And I'm just going to run around and see if we can't find a fortress first. And then, of course, spend a few hours mining up just absolutely as much of it as I can. Ideally until both my pickaxes can't take it anymore. So this is going to be a while. And it was incredibly uneventful. So, we're just going to skip right past that. We are now in Jay's shop. And we are buying all of his end rods, every single one of them. They're right here. They're a diamond a piece, so we owe 9 diamonds for that. And we're gonna take advantage of his deal. He's selling these for 3 diamonds a piece per shulker if you buy a bunch of them. And we're gonna be buying 19 of these. So I've done the math, and we need to break out 66 diamonds. I think we can cover it, but this should cover us for all of our diamondy needs. Let's see how many we need. A couple more. Perfect. 66 right here. So again, 9 for all of the end rods, and the 57 for the 19 shulker boxes we're gonna need. So that should fill every single slot in our chest now. So that is wonderful. We're just gonna grab all these. I'm gonna do a quick, very brief, just gathering my resources session, and we're gonna work on that interior now. So yeah, let's go do an interior. Oh, that just looks so good. Now we need to dye them all, otherwise I'm gonna keep getting confused. So let's dye them. But on to the interior. Of course, we need to replace the floors. We need to add a second story to it, and well, all the walls are important. There's going to be a basement, I think. I built this in a test world, and I built it on the surface, and as you guys know, super flat worlds typically spawn on like the 4th or 5th block up from bedrock, so I couldn't actually build a basement in the test world, so we're going to be completely winging that. But I have been having some computer issues lately, and it's been causing my game to completely freeze, and I'm totally paranoid that when that happens, it's not kicking me from the server right away, but I can't do anything. My whole computer is totally frozen. So my fear is that while I'm frozen, I'm still on the server, and nighttime will come, and a zombie will come punch me to death, or a creeper will explode next to me. So just building here is right now an incredibly dangerous process, especially if I want to keep my 837 levels. So hopefully it doesn't crash. You might be noticing the lag spikes, and that is just something that's been happening lately. I do have good news though. I have recently ordered a brand new CPU, and that thing is a beast. And as a result, I've also had to order a new motherboard to support that CPU. So we're getting a huge upgrade. I'm effectively more than doubling the original value of my PC. In fact, the CPU itself costs like $200 more than I paid for my entire computer setup. So just a little hint of how much more power we're gonna get. So hopefully we'll be able to process things a whole lot smoother really soon. Now, when you're working on interiors, I do find it to be incredibly helpful to break things up into different rooms, different sections, and that will help give your build a more natural feeling interior. And so what we've done here is, of course, we have the main entranceway, and what I want people to notice when they come in is a reception area. So we're going to have a big desk right up the front, big counter space, and we'll of course try to fit in some seating around here, possibly people waiting to go to meetings or something. On the right hand side, I thought it'd be nice to include a little public bathroom, for anybody waiting to use. And then through the other door, we'll be going into more of an office area, and we have little cubicles here where we can put desks back there, little computers, and so we could show people, working in here. And then of course in this whole back corner, this 3x3, we're going to turn this into the staircase. So we're going to have a central beam going all the way up and one going down to the basement, and then we'll have a spiral staircase so you can get up to the top and then of course to the basement or the first floor, wherever you're trying to go. And yeah, just having everything divided up really gives you a better sense for where to put things and how to build. We're going to come through here, and all of these guys are going to be 3 blocks tall with the white concrete on top of all of the stripped spruce. And of course, we can't just reach that. And this will kind of give it more of a modern feel. We want to kind of retain that modernness that we have established with this building. So we want to try to make sure we're using materials that are complementary of the modern style. So we're just going to fill this in. I'm going to throw in all the details up to the point where it's like if somebody were to purchase this building, it's ready for them to move in and put in the desks and all that. So we're just going to get the building set up and ready to go before we do any of the essential details. Oh my goodness, guys. I was just out collecting materials because I was short on some stuff, and I tried to sleep in this bed, and then my game froze in the middle of the night. It unfroze and I came back. It's daytime and I have 1 heart left. I have no idea how I survived or why the mobs are gone. It didn't kick me. I was just completely frozen. Oh, my heart is just pounding. Oh my goodness. Just a quick assessment. I think thorns saved me. I think what happened, all my gear has thorns 3 except for the wings, of course, which can't have it. But I think that's what saved me. I think they were attacking me and they unalived themselves because my armor. Otherwise, I surely would have perished. Oh my goodness, thank goodness for Thorns 3, favorite enchantment ever. Alright, back to work. We have, put in some plant life. We have, what are these? These are the toolsmith thingies, the forge that doesn't have a UI until 1.16. But they make for such a great roof, ceiling, texture. I am a big fan of that. I think it really fits the modern look, actually. And so, of course, we've used it all the way throughout this. And you can see it looks pretty good. We got our cubicles, and you guys have seen this, but we got our staircase now with the beam. We don't have the basement yet. We'll get to that. But we can head upstairs. And if we go all the way to the top, you get this grand view out both the big windows. And then we have one of the end rods as a source of lighting, but also as kind of like a little railing so you don't walk off the edge here. But then we're going to end up walking through the doors. They got pressure plates, and it's going to take us into this inner room. Right now we kind of have it mapped out where everything's going to go. We want to make sure that we have torches or some kind of lighting in these little areas so we don't have mobs spawning, because we really don't want to have to hear mobs when we're doing our thing in here. And of course the sea lanterns will cast enough light for all those guys. But here is essentially where we're going to start building all this up. We collected a green map, a solid green map in the last episode. And so we're going to be able to do like a half infinity room situation right here. And just wanted to bring you guys in real quick before it's done effectively. Because when you guys see it, I think you'll know exactly what it is. This is starting to become a theme, starting on the outside and working our way in. But we do have all the floors in with all the walls and everything. They're not furnished, but I just want to poke my head through them again. And just a heads up, I seem to be the only one on the server who's experiencing horrible lag spikes. And yeah, so if you see lag spikes, then don't mind that. But there is an upstairs, and we'll check that out last because it is pretty much done up there. But we do have our basement, and this is like the employee lounge break room. So in here, I'd imagine we'd put in some couches and a few tables for people to sit and eat, and then maybe have a TV on a back wall. And we'll just make this like an official break room. And then, of course, through here we have our kitchen. and it has a little, I don't know what you call this, but it's got the hole in the wall, so technically somebody could be cooking something in here for multiple people, and just put it on the counter for other people to grab. Which I'm a big fan of this. I like this a lot. I like the layout. I'm excited to get this fully decorated. We'll have to do that in another episode. But we also have bathrooms, so we have our male, female, non-binary bathrooms, whatever you want to do, just employee bathrooms. 2 of them, for some division. Maybe one of them can be just a general anybody can use, and we'll make the other one like a family one. Like maybe, I don't know why you're bringing your kids to work, but maybe that's a good idea. But let's head upstairs real quick, where once you see this, it will completely reveal everything to you. You will know exactly what this is all about. All right, let's walk through the door. So we got a double door situation because we want to be careful about controlling the lighting. And when you step through here, oh yeah, you know what it is now, don't you? You know exactly what the purpose of this is. And if you don't, that right there should be a dead giveaway. This was actually really fun to make, coming up with some kind of design for it. But if you can't tell, we'll just go stand right here. We'll be looking at the camera, and what do you think it is? I'm not gonna tell you because I'm sure you know. But we got that worked out, and of course my favorite thing, we have our giant green screen. Look at that! It's so crazy. I like these infinity room green screens. We have this green screen to work with now, and I'm excited about that. So that should be really good. Everything here should be absolutely perfect for all of our uses. And of course, back here we have the control panel. We'll have a couple people back here working on the computers, making sure everything is staying up to date as they're working through their monologue. These guys will be doing the digital overlays to sync up with what they're talking about. So all the work happens back here. So they say the magic's up there, but I think the magic's really back here. And for maintenance reasons, we do have access to the roof to completely round out everything. And I'm very excited about this. But guys, there is something we have been neglecting, which is something we're not supposed to be neglecting, and it's way over the top of my head in the render distance where you can't see it anymore, and that's our castle. We have been neglecting our castle, and I have just worked out the main keep tower, and it looks epic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break out Camera Bear, and we're going to do a third-person time-lapse, and we're going to build up the keep to the castle. Because, again, we don't want to lag behind. We don't want people thinking that, the castle is a forgotten project that's never going to get finished. Nope, we're going to finish it. Well, we're not going to finish it today, but we are going to finish it. I have not seen the time-lapse yet myself, but oh yeah, that looks good, right? You guys like that? It turned out better than I thought it would. We build these in I build these in a creative test world, and then just replicate them over here. But yeah, I think it turned out. Something that's really interesting about these large builds that I've found is when you're building small and detailed, using the same block over and over again is really repetitive, and it really takes away from the detail in a build. But when you build big like this, there's a lot of repetition, but from a distance, it does end up looking way more detailed than what you might be expecting. So depending on the size you're building, maybe you try just building a whole bunch. Of course, we will be doing texturing throughout this once we get to a texturing stage, and probably working in this Cliffs of Dover whiteness along the bottoms eventually. But for now, we're just working on general shapes. There's no interior to it. In fact, it's probably pitch black in there and a mob farm, so we're gonna have to go in there and light it up. But I think it turned out great. I think that tower up top is really awesome. The way it just all connects and blends. Look, there's just a lot going on. I like it a lot. The reason why we left this kind of almost flat looking is because these exterior walls are going to be coming up to around that height, so they'll be hiding this bit mostly anyway. So not a whole lot of reason to put a ton of detail on the bottom halves of these towers. So yeah, looking pretty good. I'm excited about this. But that excitement's going to have to wait until the next episode, guys. We are going a little over where I like to be for episode lengthwise. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like if you like, subscribe if you haven't, share with friends, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next one.